and on KCHI in Game 2 of the doubleheader between the St. Joseph Mustangs and your Chillicothe Mudcats. Mudcats taking a 4-0 victory in Game 1. Robert Beltran came in and pitched phenomenal, and Michael Klein, making his debut, came in for the very dramatized save, but nevertheless he gets the save. So no runs scored by the Mustangs. The Mudcats improve to 2-3 in Mink League play and 3-3 overall. St. Joseph falls to 2-3. So now these two teams are tied and essentially will play for the division lead in this second game of the doubleheader. Let's go and get starting lineups for this second game as we take a look at it. Not a whole lot of change for Chillicothe as we take a look at it. As we get the Mudcats microphone situated, Josh Ethier will lead things off for the Mudcats. Corbin Williams will be batting second. Josh Ethier playing shortstop again. Corbin Williams will be in center field. Jared Hahn, right field. Anthony Baez will bat fourth. He's DHing. Nori Gouger will be in the game. He's in left field. Michael Klein, who pitched the save, he will be at first base. TJ Martin, the catcher, he'll be catching tonight. He'll be batting seventh. Todd Zenigi at third base, batting eighth. Rin Sugai will bat ninth, and he will stay in the second base position. And I said there weren't too many changes, but it turns out there was a few. We take a look at the St. Joseph Mustangs. Eric Wilcoxon will lead things off. He'll stay there. He will DH for the second game. Mike Sherburne will bat second. He's in center field. Joe Corper will be in left field from first base. Batting third. Batting fourth will be Zach Johnson. He'll be in right field. Brandon Husky will be the shortstop position. He'll bat fifth. Josh Cassidy will bat sixth. He'll be at first base. Evan McDonald will be at third base. He's batting seventh. Lucas Powers, he'll bat in the eighth spot. He'll be at second base. And Francisco Alvarez, he'll be catching, batting ninth for the Mustangs. On the mound for the Mustangs will be Jeremiah Figueroa. We saw him in right field yesterday in the 12-2 victory. And Figueroa pitching so far, just one game pitched, 5 innings pitched, giving up 4 hits, 2 walks, had 5 strikeouts, and he received the win. So he's 1-0 in one appearance so far. As a batter, he's batting .273, but we will not see him bat tonight. So Josh Ethier will start things off here in Game 2 as we will begin play ball. The first game was only an hour and 49 minutes long. Again, we're only playing 7-inning games. Josh Ethier was 1 for 3 with an RBI in Game 1. Ethier came into today batting .556. So Ethier getting his 6th hit of the season in Game 1, and play ball is announced, and we are ready for Game 2 of the doubleheader here at St. Joseph. Here's the first pitch from Figueroa on Ethier. It's going to miss for a 1-0 count. Your defensive lineups for the Mustangs coming in just a second after the 1-0, and that's down the middle for a strike. And Joe Corper in left field, Mike Sherburne in center field, Zach Johnson in right field, Evan McDonald at third base, Brandon Husky shortstop, Lucas Powers at second base, Josh Cassidy at first base, and catching for Jeremiah Figueroa will be Francisco Alvarez, as Josh Ethier will foul another one behind the ballpark. So it'll be a 1-2 count as more shade has creeped across. The entire diamond is now in shade. Outfield still in sun, but clouds have drifted over. 1-2 to Ethier. A high fastball from Figueroa is going to miss. For now, a 2-2 count. So Ethier hanging on with the 2-2. Figueroa winds up righty on righty matchup, and the 2-2 is going to miss slow as it broke at the plate. Now it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ethier wearing number 3, the freshman from Tempe, Arizona. Comes to us from the Grand Canyon Antelopes. Here's the payoff. That's going to miss outside from Figueroa. And just as we saw in Game 1, the Mudcats will have a runner on at first base. Not quite Corbin Williams the leadoff, but he'll bat second. So Josh Ethier will find himself at first base. And that will bring up Corbin Williams. Williams going 2 for 4 in Game 1 with 2 runs scored. Had 3 stolen bases as well. here's the first pitch to him. It'll be a pretty good fastball from Figueroa right down the middle of the plate. Fall to an 0-1 count. Lights have come on here at Phil Welch Stadium. Your dimensions 320 to left field, 307 to right before it begins to jut out to 400 at center field. There's a party deck in right field. And the 0-1 going to miss inside. So 1-1 count. Ethier getting about a 2.5 step lead off at first, but he will return as Figueroa stepped off the mound. Righty versus lefty matchup between Figueroa and Corbin Williams. Williams, of course, coming to us from Omaha, Nebraska, Truman State Bulldog, as Figueroa will fire back to first base. Josh Cassidy keeping Ethier in check. I want to also give a shout out to the watch parties at Fast Lane and at Washington Street, watching us on Mudcats TV, as the 1-1 is going to miss low to a 2-1 count to Corbin Williams. Again, game 2 here of the doubleheader, just 7 innings as well. Mudcats winning the first game 4-0. 2-1. Williams will swing at it. It's going into center field, and getting under it will be Mike Sherburne. The ball had a little flight to it, but with no wind help here tonight as the flags have died, it'll be an easy catch for Sherburne as he got on his high horse and got underneath it, took about 6 steps back. That'll be the first out here in the top of the first inning, as Ethier will stay aboard at first base. He's going to bring up Jared Hahn. And Hahn was big hitter in game 1, 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single that scored Rin Sugai and Corbin Williams, and he'll swing at the first one. Righty versus lefty matchup. It'll be strike 1. Second road game officially of the year for the Mudcats. First doubleheader of the year. Now they're 1-0 in doubleheaders. And Hahn will take a look at another one. And it'll be a 1-1 count. Now these teams 1-1 officially against each other. Each team is 1-1 at each other's ballpark. And the 1-1 floated outside for a 2-1 count. So Ethier holds the bat over the sweet spot of the plate where he wants it, showing Figueroa. Now here's the 2-1. He'll swing at it, but it is fouled back behind the ballpark. That'll fall behind me as well. Now a 2-2 count for Jared Hahn. 1 out in the inning, still scoreless as we're just getting things started here, just a few minutes before 8 o'clock Missouri time. Hahn gets set. Here's the throw. Williams going, and Hahn will roll this one back onto the protective netting, protecting the fans. So Williams will go back. Or excuse me, Ethier will go back to first base. So Hahn hanging in there. Anthony Baez is on deck after not playing in the previous 2 games and being ejected in 3 games ago. Hahn will line this one into right field for a base hit. Ethier looks at 2 and he'll stop at 2. And Hahn will stay at first base. And Jared Hahn with a 1-out single to right field will put runners at first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Baez. Baez DHing tonight. Sharp hit ball in right field by Hahn. So Hahn with his second hit of the doubleheader. Now 2 for 4 officially in these 2 games. So Baez comes in, and he's just 182, 2 for 11 officially with a run scored. An RBI, and he'll have runners at first and second with 1 out. First pitch is going to be inside a fastball for ball 1. And the home fans yelling at Figueroa, telling him to make him swing. Here's the 1-0. He will swing at this one. This one chops to the shortstop, Josh Ethier. They get 1 at second, and they are unable to turn 2 as Husky throws it over to Lucas Powers at second. He fired quickly over to Josh Cassidy at first, but not in time. So runner stands at third base.
Number 6, Nori Gouger.
So Nori Gouger will come in. So 6-4 officially on the out. And now here's Gouger. Gouger will have 2 outs and runners at the corners. Ethier at third, Anthony Baez at first. And Gouger swings at the first pitch. It's in the air going back, and that's going to fall just on the netting, just out of the reach of catcher Francisco Alvarez. So everybody will return. New life for Gouger. He'll have an 0-1 count. Michael Klein is on deck, and we saw him close out the game in Game 1 in the 4-0 win. And Nori Gouger's going to line this one past the first baseman, Josh Cassidy. Josh Ethier will trot in from third base, and getting to third base is going to be Anthony Baez, but he's thrown out. The run will count. Mudcats take a 1-0 lead, but a nice play by Zach Johnson, the right fielder, to get Anthony Baez out at third base. 1-0 lead for the Mudcats as we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
If a little adventure goes a long way, how far does a lot go? How about Montana or the Caribbean? You can tell us when you get there. If you win the Missouri Lottery's Second Chance of a Lifetime promotion, it could turn any ticket into one of 2 unforgettable adventures. A voyage on your own private yacht with a personal chef, or fishing with a master outdoorsman while a crew films your catch. Now, every ticket lets you enter to win at molottery.com and gives back to education. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Introducing Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
For 50 years. Back here on KCHI and Mudcats TV, Cody Mayers getting the start tonight in the second game of the doubleheader for the Mudcats. Mayers, a 6'0 righty, 189-pound sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. Comes to us from the Murray State Racers, where he came to us with a 4.91 earned run average, 2-6 in 21 appearances. Started 2 games, had 3 saves, pitched in just over 50 innings, giving up 28 earned runs. Had 36 strikeouts this past season, and opponents averaged 283 off the righty. So far, Mayers this season, 1 game and 4 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks with a strikeout. He does have 1 loss with an 8.3 earned run average. He will start things off against Eric Wilcoxon, who's DHing, played second base, shows bunt. That falls foul right in front of TJ Martin, who is catching. Your defensive lineups for the Mudcats: Nori Gouger in left field, Corbin Williams in center, Jared Hahn in right. Todd Zinnigy will be playing third base tonight. Josh Ethier back at shortstop, Rin Sugai back at second base, Michael Klein at first base, TJ Martin catching, and Cody Mayers on the mound. This game is for the division lead. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a fastball from Cody. And it'll be in there for a strike. Now an 0-2 count. As Cody gets set, Wilcoxon will reset. Righty versus lefty matchup. He'll swing and miss, and he just got a tip of it as it went back to the backstop. So hanging in there on a 0-2 count is Wilcoxon. Wilcoxon into the doubleheader with a 125 average. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to miss to the inside, making it a 1-2 count. Wilcoxon was 0 for 3 in the first game, as he will foul another one off the netting, and it'll roll back down. And that's going to stay hung up there, as it found a hole in the netting. This will be a 1-2 count still. Against the sophomore Mares. 1 ball, 2 strike. Here's the throw. And that's going to be up high. Fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Also want to talk about our next game, home game. We'll be on Friday, June 6th, taking on the expansion franchise Branson Nationals. And Cody Mares gets Eric Wilcoxon on a fastball, catching the inside corner. Wilcoxon thought it was inside, but he goes down looking, and that's strikeout number 1 of the evening for Cody Wilcoxon. Or excuse me, for Cody Mares. So Mares officially now 2nd strikeout on the season. It's going to bring up Mike Sherburne, the center fielder. And the first pitch is going to be in there for breaking ball, catching the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Mustangs looking for their first runs of the 2 games. They were shut out in the first game, 4-0 by the Mudcats. Another fastball down the middle. Now an 0-2 count quickly to Sherburne. Robert Beltran with the win in game 1. He pitched 6 innings, scoreless. Here's the 0-2. And that one just catching the outside part of the going outside, did not catch the outside part of the plate. So 1-2 count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. Chillicothe already with a 1-0 lead here in game 2. Thanks to Nori Gouger's single that brought in Josh Ethier from third base. Anthony Baez was tagged out at third base after Ethier had come home. So it's 1-0 lead. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to break right at the end, just missing inside. And that'll even up the count at 2 apiece as Sherburne fights back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And again, missing just outside and a bit high. And after an 0-2 count, 3 straight balls have just missed from Cody Mares. And now it's a full count. Here's the payoff pitch with 1 out. Swinging at it, chopper over Cody, and fielding it is going to be Rinsugai. Quick throw over to first base. It's not going to be in time as the ball kind of got away from Klein. Rinsugai trying to make it a boom-boom play, but unable to happen. So it's going to be an infield single for Sherburne on a full count. He only managed 4 hits in game 1. They already have 1 tonight here in the bottom of the first inning. So that's going to be Joe Corper. Corper was 0 for 2 in game 1 with a walk. And here's the first pitch, going to miss low for ball 1. And with 1 out, he'll have Mike Sherburne on at first base. As the Mustangs find themselves down to the Mudcats by 1 early. We're in the bottom of the first inning here at Phil Welch Stadium. Here's the 1-0. And that one's going to miss just inside as it broke low. It's now a 2-0 count. Cody Mares, he'll step off the mound, take his time a bit, regroup, dust off his non-throwing hand, and now he'll proceed to get the game moving. Here's 2 balls, no strikes. He's taking a look at Sherburne at first base. Here's the 2-0, swinging foul ball. That one actually getting into the Mudcat dugout. Got through an opening. Wally Merciel unable to field it in the dugout. So I'm sure it got a little wet down there. A lot of pooling water in both dugouts from last night's pretty heavy rains that moved through here. 2-1 count at the plate. And this ball's going to be put into center field right at Corbin Williams. 2 steps back and 1 step forward. And that's going to be the second out as Mike Sherburne will return to first base. Ball sounded good coming off the bat. And it went right to Corbin Williams. It's going to bring up Zach Johnson. A couple fans with a cowbell or 2 you can hear. Zach Johnson, we saw him in right field in game 1. We see him again in right field here in game 2. Also played there yesterday in the 12-2 victory over the Mudcats at Schaefer Park. First pitch swinging, fouled off to the first base side. one hit in the ball game for the Mustangs. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Sherburne going, big swing and a miss. And the ball got away from T.J. Martin. It was fouled right on the edge of the bat. So Sherburne will return to first base. It's now an 0-2 count with 2 outs in the inning. Again, a 1-0 lead for Chillicothe over St. Joseph. We're in game 2 of the doubleheader. Ayers takes a look at Sherburne at first base. He'll throw home on the 0-2. Big swing and a miss from Zach Johnson, and he goes down. Another strikeout from Cody Mayers, his second of the game, third of the season. And after one, it's a 1-0 lead for Chillicothe over St. Joseph. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHR.
For 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear has been growing with you. Since its beginning in 1962, Midwest product lines have grown to include work gloves, garden gloves and gear, kids gloves and accessories, and much more. In fact, Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made gloves. Midwest Gloves and Gear is also the exclusive provider of Disney and Nickelodeon kids gloves and gear, featuring all your favorite characters. For 50 years and many more, Midwest is growing with you.
Coach Todd Mitchell will take his spot down the third baseline. Owen Merciel enjoying time on the bench after coaching. First few games before Todd Mitchell arrived as the Mudcats head coach, before Kansas was eliminated, where Todd Mitchell is an assistant coach. Michael Klein will start things off for the Mudcats, wearing number 35. Klein came in to save the game in Game 1. His first official game as a Mudcat, wasting no time as Figueroa. Klein will swing at the first pitch. This ball is flying into right field, heading to the foul area, but right at the line, making the grab is going to be Zach Johnson right on the line in deep right field. That ball was probably hit about 290 feet. Not far away from leaving the ballpark, but just got a little too underneath it. Michael Klein did on the first pitch. So 1 out already here in the top of the second inning. Mustangs taking on the Mudcats. Mudcats' second official road game of the season. They took a 4-0 victory in 7 innings in Game 1. Here's the first pitch to T.J. Martin from Figueroa. That's going to miss down low for ball 1. Martin coming into today, just an 0.83 average. Martin was 0 for 3 in Game 1. And the next pitch is going to be low again, so ball 2. So looking at Martin, he was 1 for 12 coming in, now officially 1 for 15. Still looking for that second hit as a Mudcat. Here's the 2-0. And that's going to catch the outside part of the plate for strike 1. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Figueroa. He'll get underneath this, and that's headed into foul territory on the right side, and all the Mustang players are getting underneath their dugout to make sure it doesn't hit him. It falls right on top of the dugout. So it'll be officially ruled strike 2. 2-2 count at the plate as T.J. Martin will get another chance. So he will adjust his batting helmet, adjust his gloves, and he'll step back from the batting box. Righty versus righty matchup. Here's the 2-2 from Figueroa. That ball's going to be low. Broke at the end and got away from Francisco Alvarez, the Mustang catcher. It's now officially a full count, 3-2, with 1 out. We're in the top of the second inning, 1-0 lead for the Mudcats in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Chillicothe will be off tomorrow for the first time since the season began last Friday night. And here's the payoff pitch with 1 out from Figueroa. That's going to miss outside, and Martin will throw his bat and toss his protector off his left leg, and He'll be on at first base with one out. Martin has officially walked. Martin's second walk of the season officially. It's going to bring up Todd Zenigi, who didn't play in Game 1 of the doubleheader. And the first pitch to Zenigi. Going to be missing outside for ball 1. Zenigi comes into tonight batting .294 through 4 games. 5 for 17 officially with 4 runs scored. 4 RBI as well. And he's going to line one into left side, almost getting through the gap, and the play not in time as we see the shortstop, Brandon Husky, making the quick snap throw to second baseman Lucas Powers at second, but the quick speed by TJ Martin able to slide in there. That's going to be an infield single for Todd Zenigi, and that'll have runners on first and second base for the Mudcats with one out here in the top of the second inning. It's going to bring up Rin Sugai, who's batting in the 9th position in Game 2. Still at second base, showing bunt, lays one down the third base line. That's a perfectly executed bunt. And it stays fair to the dislike of Evan McDonald, who was down there playing third base, shaking his head. Couldn't believe it. That ball stayed on the grass. And now with the bases loaded, it's going to be back up to Josh Ethier, the leadoff man for the Mudcats. Perfectly well executed bunt by Rin Sugai. Everybody's safe. And with one out, the Mudcats have the bases loaded. Here's Ethier, who has walked in his first at bat, swinging at the first one, ground ball to the shortstop, Brandon Husky. They get one at second, and they turn 2 to end the inning. Disappointing for the Mudcats, who had loaded the bases. They'll leave one aboard. They'll ground into a double play to end the threat in the top of the second. Your score after 1.5, 1-0 for Chillicothe over St. Joe's. Too bad they couldn't get more in the top of the second. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI. Mustangs were in the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 lead for Chillicothe. Chillicothe putting together 4 hits so far. Left 3 aboard in the game. Here's the first pitch from Cody Mars. It's going to be in there for a strike. Fastball on Husky. Husky did not play in Game 1. He's going to swing at the next pitch. This ball hit deep to left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit and possibly more. He's going to get to second base before Corbin Williams can turn around and fire it back inside. That's a long double there for Brandon Husky. And with no outs, the tying run sits aboard second base for the Mustangs. Neither Norrin Gouger or Corbin Williams could get to that one. The ball was hit right in the gap. Left center field, a hard hit ball as well. So Donald sit at second. That's going to bring up first baseman Josh Cassidy. With no outs, let's see the first pitch from Cody Mars. Chopper over Mars, right to Rin Sugai. He'll field it cleanly, and he'll make the throw to Michael Klein at first base for officially a ground out. But it does move Brandon Husky to third base. The work is a bit of a sacrifice. It does move him to third. So 4-3 officially scored. It's going to bring up Evan McDonald, who'll have one out, and Husky on at third base. Got a 1-0 lead for Chillicothe. First one's going to be in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. With one out, we're in the bottom of the second inning. Mudcats lead 1-0. Second into the ball game for the Mustangs. They've got 2 hits rather. Ball broke at the end. Home fans don't like it. So we have an 0-2 count to McDonald. We saw him pinch run in the bottom of the 7th in game 1. Did not play. Did not take it to bat. Here's the 0-2 from Mars. And that one's going to miss low and outside for a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. It's going to miss just low on a fastball. Leaving the count up at 2 apiece. Mars looks around to Husky at third. And he's going to fly this one into right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Runner is coming in. Here's the throw. And it's cut off by Cody Mars. That throw was coming in from Jared Hahn. Mustangs have tied the game up at 1 apiece, thanks to another bloop single by Evan McDonald, scoring Husky from third. So Evan McDonald with the Mustangs' first RBI. And he'll be on at first base, again with just one out here in the bottom of the second. And here's Lucas Powers, a long shot to left field. That is a foul ball, as it just missed staying inside. That ball was hit a long ways, about 300 feet. He had to guess it. So he'll return back. Nori Gouger took off from left field. Wasn't quite able to get to it, but it was in foul territory. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Chillicothe now tied with St. Joseph 1-1. We're in game 2 of the doubleheader. Mars a snapback throw to first base, keeping McDonald not getting too far of a lead off. St. Joe's now with officially 3 hits in the ball game. Another check at first base from Mars. You know, 1 count. That one's just going to miss outside. So move it to a 1-1 count. Mars looks at first base. And again, he'll throw back to first base for a check. And Evan McDonald getting the white Mustang jersey a bit dirty. Mars again on the mound, looking over his left shoulder, checking first. And now here's the 1-1 home. Ball's down low in the dirt. Martin picks it up. Here's the throw, and the tag is not made in time from Josh Ethier, the shortstop. Evan McDonald was going anyway. So officially scored a stolen base. The count's 2-1 at the plate to Lucas Powers. And Powers didn't play in game 1. We saw him with 1 at bat yesterday. Here's the 2-1. may have braked at the very end there, but it stayed high. That would be a 3-1 count. So McDonald will be at second. Still just one out here in the bottom of the second. And the 3-1's going to be in there for a fastball strike. Powers has already took off to first base. He'll return. Mars trying to get settled. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Hit it with a high bat. That's also going to fall for a bloop single. Williams fields it. Here comes McDonald. Throw's going to be cut off by Mars, and the Mustangs are taking a 2-1 lead as McDonald scores from second. RBI single for Lucas Powers in center field. As once again, nobody could get to it. Just 2 unlucky plays that have brought home the 2 runs for the Mustangs. Now that'll bring up Francisco Alvarez. They'll run around at first base with 1 out as the Mustangs have taken the lead here in the bottom of the second on Chillicothe. It's going to be an 0-1 count at the plate. Next pitch is going to be outside rather. So it'll be a 1-1 count. Look at Alvarez. I think 400 through 3 games, 2 for 5 officially this season. 1 RBI, 1 double, has 1 walk as well. A 1-1 count from Mars. This ball's going to be lined right to the first baseman, Michael Klein. He will take a few steps and tag first himself. That will move Lucas Powers to second. He thought about looking at 2, but Powers has already had a pretty good jump. And now with 2 out, still a 2-1 lead for the Mustangs over the Mudcats. At the bottom of the second inning, it's going to bring up Eric Wilcoxon, leadoff man. So we'll flip the lineup over. 3 unassisted scored the last out. Now here's Wilcoxon, who's 0 for 1 today as he struck out looking. First pitch from Maris, catching the outside part of the strike zone. 4 strike 1. Here's the 0-1. It's going to be outside. And it'll be now a 1-1 count. Cody Mars will have pitch number 40 this next time around. And Lucas Powers at second for the Mustangs. Mudcats trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. And the 1-1's going to fall in there for a strike. A fastball pitch from Mars. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4 hits apiece for both teams. Here's the 1-2. Big swing and a miss, or Wilcoxon put contact on it right at the handle of the bat. That floats right to Cody Mars, and he'll cleanly field it and throw it over to Michael Klein at first base. That's going to end the inning. Mustangs will strand 1, but they do score 2 off 3 hits. And now they take a 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the third here in St. Joe's. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
Experience the greatest things in Chillicothe this summer. Mudcat baseball is a must, but there's so much more to see and do with your family. Splash into summer at the new Chili Bay Water Park. Discover a slice of history at the Grand River Historical Society Museum. Our historic downtown murals are larger than life. Unique shopping, delicious dining, great hotels. All of this and so much more. Go to visitchillicothe.com for more information. Experience our greatest things in Chillicothe.
Hi, this is Howard with Anytime Fitness. Summer's almost here. It's time to get fit and stay fit. Don't overheat in our hot and humid weather. Join Anytime Fitness today and stay comfortable while you work out and receive a 3-month membership for only $99. That's right. Join today and receive a free fitness orientation with a personal trainer, a free diet and meal plan, a free body fat analysis, and a free t-shirt. Anytime Fitness is safe, secure, and open 24/7. We're staffed Monday through Friday from 10 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 to noon. Come experience the difference at Anytime Fitness on Business 36 in Chillicothe.
Beltron with the victory. Michael Klein came in to save the game. Saw Corbin Williams go 2 for 4 during that stint in game 1. And he's going to be up to bat, playing center field tonight. 4 for 1 already in game 2 with the fly out to center field Mike Sherburne. Pretty good contact on the ball, but Sherburne had it well played. Hung up a little too long in the air for it to get down in time before a fielder ran underneath it. Here's the first pitch from Figueroa, and that's going to be outside, a fastball in there for ball 1. Williams will make sure his grip is right. He'll get set, wasting no time as Figueroa. Here's the 1-0. That pitch is going to be inside. Now a 2-0 count to the center fielder Williams. Corbin Williams is every game he's started in, that's where he's been, center field. A lot of speed out there. We saw him steal 3 bases in game 1. Here's the 2-0. Swinging on it, fouled back behind me and behind the ballpark. Moving the count to 2-1. Line score for Chillicothe. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. 2-1 is fouled off again. That'll go behind the ballpark as well, down the left side. So fighting back is Figueroa. Now it's a 2-2 count. Line score for the Mustangs. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they've left 2 aboard. Mudcats took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. And Williams will line one right to shortstop Brandon Husky. No chance of that ball going anywhere. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 3rd inning. So Williams will fall to 0 for 2 in game 2. I'll bring up Jared Hahn. Hahn was 1 for 3 in the first game with 2 RBI. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a single into right field. He'll show bunt. He'll pop it up into the netting in the backstop. It'll be foul 1, so strike 1. I mentioned the lights have come on. It's starting to get twilight time here at Phil Welch Stadium. No wind at all on a musty night. A lot of humidity in the air. Here's the 0-1. The ball's going to bounce in the dirt before home plate. A 1-1 count. Again, we're playing 7 innings here in game 2. Played 7 innings in game 1. That's what they do on doubleheader nights here in the Mink League. Here's the 1-1. And Hahn will hit this hard into right field. That ball is going to fall just before the wall, and Hahn's going to look at 2, and he's going to slide in there safely. Jared Hahn with a long double on the right field line, staying fair, hitting off the party deck wall as it bounced, and Hahn, with 1 out in the Mudcats, will be on at second base. It's going to bring up Anthony Bayes. Nice hit by Hahn. Especially able to get to second base. And Bayes, he's 0 for 1 tonight with a fielder's choice. And the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. So an 0-1 count, again a 2-1 game. Mustangs in control. Mudcats trying to get one back. Here's the 0-1. Curveball missing inside. We'll make it a 1-1 count. Nori Gouger is on deck for the Mudcats. Here's the 1-1. A lot of contact on it, but it's going to go in foul territory. That's going to fall over the upper deck brick wall here at Phil Welch Stadium, out of the ballpark. I think there's a road back there as well. But 1-2 count Figueroa will come, and now here's the throw. Swinging at a high pitch is Baez. That ball also going foul behind the ballpark. So two straight foul balls by Baez. So the count remains at 1-2. With one out, runner on second base. Mudcats trail by one. And the 1-2 missing outside. Fastball from Figueroa. Two the count. We see Mike Sherbin, the center fielder, shading to his left. As another foul ball will stay in the protective netting behind home plate. Now this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat on a 2-2 count to Baez. So he's making Figueroa work for it. Here's the 2-2. Swinging, fouling off his foot, and he'll walk it off. He's okay. Now 4 of the last 5 pitches have gone for foul balls officially. As the home plate umpire will walk out to the mound, Figueroa, to give him a clean ball. Looking at Lucas Powers at second base. He's playing a bit back, just on the grass. Jared Hahn will step off second base. Nobody trying for a pickoff. Figueroa looks at second. Here's the 2-2 count. Curveball floating in there, just missing high. Fans don't like it. They thought it looked good. And now 3 balls, 2 strikes to Baez. 9th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging, chopping, right to Figueroa. Fielder with his glove, looks at 3, and now they'll have Gouger, the tag, out. So again, a fielder's choice for the second time tonight by Baez. Would have been an easy play at first base, but nice heads up by Figueroa. Ball briefly snowballed out of his glove. He picked it up, looked at third, realized he had time, threw over to third base Evan McDonald. So Baez will be on at first with the fielder's choice. So 1-5 officially ruled the out. As the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike to Nori Gouger. So runner on at first base for Baez, in Baez. And now the 1-0 is going to be in there for a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike at the plate. Figueroa gets the counting once, and here's the throw. It's going to miss low. Moving it to a 2-1 count. Gouger 1 for 1 today. As he lined one to right field. Try to do the same here. Here's 2-1. He'll put it up in the air, and this is going to stay in the infield. Looking at it is Brandon Husky, the shortstop. He will make the play for out number 3 here in the top of the 3rd. Mudcats will strand 1 as they find themselves trailing by 1. The St. Joseph Mustangs, we head to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
Hey Mudcat fans, Brent Wyatt here from Barnes Baker Motors in Chillicothe. Are you looking for a better way to get to and from Mudcat games? Need more room for the group of people you're hauling to the game? At Barnes Baker Motors, we've got you covered. As a proud sponsor of the Chillicothe Mudcats, we'll make sure that you make it to the game on time, in a safe manner, and in style. Whether you're bringing the whole family, a few friends, or just yourself, we offer an amazing selection of vehicles. You're always a winner with us at Barnes Baker Motors in Chillicothe.
When it comes to getting dinner on the table and making the family happy, we all turn to shortcuts now and then. And my favorite? Opening up some refreshing Coca-Cola from my local grocery store and sharing a little happiness all around. With ice-cold Coca-Cola, a great meal can be a
Third
snack.
Hall of Famer Don Zimmer has died at the age of 83. Baseball career spanned over six decades. Put at the bottom of the third. 2-1 lead for the Mustangs. The Chillicothe Mudcats. Game 3 against the Mustangs. For the Mudcats. Mustangs winning 12-2 yesterday at Schaefer Park. Offense was never really there for the Mudcats. They put the offense up in game 1 of the doubleheader tonight, winning 4-0. And this game would play for the series lead between these two teams and the division lead. Chopper by Mike Sherburne to shortstop Ethier and can't pick it up with his glove. Tried to scoop it, and it wasn't quite there for him as it bounced out of his glove. Error on Ethier, 6 officially. And the Mustangs will have Mike Sherburne aboard at first base. Going to bring up Joe Corper. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a flyout. And 2-1 lead for the Mustangs. He'll swing at the first pitch. That ball is flying into right center field, getting past Jared Hahn. That ball gets all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Sherburne. He will score. And aboard at second is Corper. Corper with an RBI double to extend the Mustang lead. It's now 3-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Big hit by Corper. He put a lot of power underneath it. That ball got all the way to the warning track if it didn't bounce off the wall. He's going to bring up Zach Johnson. Johnson struck out swinging in his first at bat. He'll have Corper on at second. And a curveball will be in there for a strike from Mars. And the count to 0-1. Now 5 official hits for the Mustangs in the game on 3 runs. 5 hits for Chillicothe, 1 run scored. Here's the 0-1. Swinging, fielded right to Mars. And he'll take a look at third, but he'll make the easy play at first base. Stopped it with his glove, then kind of 360, took a look at third, picked it back up, and made the play at first base. That does move Joe Corper to third, and that is finally the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. So 1-3 officially on the score sheet. He's going to bring up Husky, the shortstop. He's 1 for 1 today with a big double. And the first pitch is going to hit him in the ankle. And now runners will be at the corners for Josh Cassidy. Cassidy didn't even get a chance to take a warm-up swing in the on-deck circle. So Cassidy 0 for 1 with the ground out. Cassidy playing first base. Didn't see him in game 1. Didn't see him yesterday either at Schaefer Park. Wearing number 17 for the Mustangs. Cassidy came in today batting .375, 3 for 8 officially. Let's have 3 strikeouts. As the first pitch from Mars is going to be in there for strike 1. Runners at the corners. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Cassidy. Nice job by T.J. Martin. Mudcat catcher to keep it in front of him. An 0-2 count. Obviously, the Mudcats would prefer to get out of the inning without any more damage being done. Still some time. Again, it's a 7-inning ball game. Not going the full 9 in the doubleheaders. You only play 7 innings. And here's the 0-2. Curveball just missing outside. It's a 1-2 count. And Corporal on at third base for the Mustangs. Husky on at first, one out. We're in the bottom of the third, a 3-1 lead for St. Joseph over Chillicothe. And time is called to the plate by Cassidy. Mars taking a bit more time at the mound than Cassidy liked. Now here's the 1-2. Runner going. Martin throws from home, tagged out, but scoring is going to be Joe Corper. So that'll erase both the base runners. So Husky is out at second, and Joe Corper scores from third. Now it's a 4-1 lead for the Mustangs as they've scored together 2 runs in the third, going along with their 2 runs in the second. Called ball at the plate, so 2-2 count. And swing and a miss by Cassidy, and they will make sure, as the ball briefly got away from Martin, that'll be strike 3 and the third out in the bottom of the third inning. But not before the Mustangs can get 2 more across. It's a 4-1 ball game. We'll head to the top of the fourth. You're watching on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI. Fourth inning, Jeremiah Figueroa staying on the mound as we saw a slew of Mustang catchers and pitchers head for the right center bullpen as they'll continue to get warm-ups. They'll clean up the field a little bit, the crew will, and we'll see a whole slew of Mudcat catchers and pitchers head to the left center bullpen as well. Happy to have everybody joining us, whether you're listening to us from the watch parties, or on the road, or on the internet. Happy to have you with us. So this is Wednesday night baseball. Days mixed up quite easily. Chillicothe will be off tomorrow. They will be back in action Friday, 7:05 start against Branson. That'll be at Schaefer Park. 2 games against Branson. That'll one on Saturday as well. They will head out of town next Sunday for a 7 o'clock start against Sedalia, and they will return home next Monday for a doubleheader against Omaha, but that game will be played in Trenton. Here's the first pitch to Michael Klein, and it's going to miss for ball 1. Chillicothe would like to go into tomorrow's day off with 2 wins, but they're going to have to come from behind here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Next pitch to Klein again, missing outside, moving it to a 2-0 count. Mudcats winning game 1, 4-0 over the Mustangs. Mustangs trying to get some revenge. This is playing for the division lead. Here's the 2-0. Klein puts it up and just out of reach by second baseman. Wow, what a play. Lucas Powers couldn't get to it. Zach Johnson came running in on it, and Michael Klein is thrown out from right field at first base. Tough luck. Great play by Zach Johnson. Great awareness to get over there. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. It's going to bring up T.J. Martin. I guess you can officially rule that a ground out. 9-3 officially as you score it. Martin was walked in his first at bat as he's still looking for his second hit of the season. And the first pitch to him is going to miss low for ball 1. 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and he's going to ground one to the third baseman, Evan McDonald, and making the tag is going to be Josh Cassidy at first base. Throw was off the base, but he was able to get it in front of him and put the tag down on TJ Martin. So now 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 4th. It's going to bring up Todd Zinnigy. Zinnigy at third base tonight, where we normally have seen him. We've seen him at second base once this season. Zinnigy's 1 for 1 today with a single. Shooting the gap in left field. Broken bat, foul ball. And look at the bat sticking in just past the mound. So we'll have to go get a new bat. That ball was fouled back behind us. Dagger of a bat. As Ty Mitchell takes a look at it. The Mudcat head coach. And Ian James coaching first base. So Zinnigy will finally get a new bat. As Rin Sugai will run one out to him. Rin Sugai is on deck should Zinnigy reach base. 4-1 lead for the Mustangs. We're in the top of the 4th inning, only playing 7 innings here in Game 2. Zinnigy the righty, he'll set in. Righty versus righty matchup against Figueroa. And here's the 0-1. Zinnigy takes a look at it. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike 2. A little past dusk here in St. Joe's. Again, lights are all on, and we're almost at full night time. As the 0-2 pitch missing high. Oh, 1-2 count. Mudcats shutting out the Mustangs 4-0 in Game 1. Zinnigy will line one right past the mound, and that's going to get past Lucas Powers at second base. Zinnigy with his second single of the night, shooting right between Jeremiah Figueroa's legs, the pitcher, and with 2 outs, the Mudcats will have a runner on at first base. Zinnigy with his 7th hit of the season, right up the middle. It's going to bring up Rin Sugai. And Sugai officially with an infield hit, 1 for 1, a bunt single. That loaded the bases in the top of the 2nd before a double play was turned by the Mustangs to end the inning. Sugai will swing at the first pitch, ground one to the second baseman, Lucas Powers. He takes a look, he throws over to first base. Josh Cassidy with the play, and that'll end the inning. Mudcats will strand one in the top of the 4th. They trail 4-1 to the St. Joseph Mustangs. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
If a little adventure goes a long way, how far does a lot go? How about Montana or the Caribbean? You can tell us when you get there. If you win the Missouri Lottery's second chance of a lifetime promotion, it could turn any ticket into one of 2 unforgettable adventures. A voyage on your own private yacht with a personal chef, or fishing with a master outdoorsman while a crew films your catch. Now, every ticket lets you enter to win at molottery.com and gives back to education. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Introducing Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
For 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear has been growing with you. Since its beginning in 1962, Midwest product lines have grown to include work gloves, garden gloves and gear, kids gloves and accessories, and much more. In fact, Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made gloves. Midwest Gloves and Gear is also the exclusive provider of Disney and Nickelodeon kids gloves and gear, featuring all your favorite characters. For 50 years and many more, Midwest is growing with you.
Yeah. Yeah. First pitch from Cody Mars is ball 1 to Evan McDonald, and then he'll foul one off just in right field foul territory for a strike one as he will get set. 4-1 lead for the Mustangs as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Evan McDonald starting things off. 7, 8, 9 due up for the home team as they have a 4-1 lead. Cody Mars trying to not let any more runs across the plate. Next pitch is going to be in there. Curveball, strike 2 on Evan McDonald. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. Singled to right field, getting past Rin Sugai at second base. He's going to chop one here. Zenigi will let it go. Fielded by Ethier. Quick throw over to first base, and with the tag out is Michael Klein. To be put out, rather, is Ethier. Klein with the put out, assisted by Ethier, I suppose, if we really wanted to go that way. So 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Mudcats would like to make this a quick inning, as they have 9 more outs to put together at least 3 more runs on the board. First pitch to Lucas Powers is going to be in there for a fastball strike from Cody Mars. 0-1 count, wasting no time. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to break low before the plate, as it'll be ball 1. Powers 1 for 1 today as well. Kind of a bloop single into very shallow center field. Nobody could get back on it. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be a fastball catching the outside corner. And now a 1-2 count to Powers. Here's the 1-2. Down low. Ball briefly got away from TJ Martin. He picks it back up. No base runners, so it is not an issue. So it'll be a 2-2 count now with an out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mustangs up by 3 over Chillicothe Mudcats. 2-2. Contact on the ball in right field. Coming in on it. Look out. Near collision and fielded by Jared Hahn. Rin Sugai hustled out there, and he had to dive to get out of the way of that one. Somehow they didn't collide, and that'll be out number 2, making it look a little tougher than it looked. Hahn came in on it. Rin Sugai had a beat on it. He gave up right at the last second as Hahn called ball. Nevertheless, 2 outs. Especially ruled a fly out to right field. He's going to bring up Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Grounded out right to Michael Klein. That was 3 unassisted. Batting 9th in the order, wearing number 20. Talked about Alvarez earlier. Came into the game 400 average. 2 for 5 when he entered. Now 2 for 6 on the season. And the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. An 0-1 count. Righty versus righty matchup. They'll chop this one foul down the left field line. Zinnigan came in on it, but it was foul. So now an 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Eric Wilcoxon, the leadoff man, he is on deck. Should Alvarez put down his first base hit of the evening. As he'll step back into the batter's box. And here's the 0-2 from Mars. High fastball missing. And a 1-2 count. St. Joseph about an hour, 15 minutes away from Chillicothe, just down the highway. 1-2, fluttered right to Ethier, scooped up. Here's the quick throw. It is just in time to Michael Klein. That ball had a lot of flight underneath it before Ethier able to scoop it up after 1 bounce. That'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. So we're at the top of the 5th. Mudcats need 3 runs as they are down 4-1 in the game. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
Experience the greatest things in Chillicothe this summer. Mudcat baseball is a must, but there's so much more to see and do with your family. Splash into summer at the new Chili Bay Water Park. Discover a slice of history at the Grand River Historical Society Museum. Our historic downtown murals are larger than life. Unique shopping, delicious dining, great hotels. All of this and so much more. Go to visitchillicothe.com for more information. Experience our greatest things in Chillicothe.
Hi, this is Howard with Anytime Fitness. Summer's almost here. It's time to get fit and stay fit. Don't overheat in our hot and humid weather. Join Anytime Fitness today and stay comfortable while you work out and receive a 3-month membership for only $99.
Hey, I'm Josh.
That's right.
Happy you're here.
Join today and receive a free fitness orientation with a personal trainer, a free diet and meal plan, a free body fat analysis, and a free t-shirt. Anytime Fitness is safe, secure, and open 24/7. We're staffed Monday through Friday from 10 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 to noon. Come experience the difference at Anytime Fitness on Business 36 in Chillicothe.
We will need 3 good runs if the Mudcats want to take home 2 of 2 tonight in the doubleheader against the Mustangs. They find themselves down 4-1 as we enter the top of the 5th inning. Again, just playing 7 innings. It's rules of the doubleheaders as Josh Ethier will lead things off for the Mudcats as he will see ball 1 from Figueroa. Figueroa giving up just 1 run to Chillicothe on 6 hits. Next pitch going to miss outside. Now I'm at a 2-0 count. Figueroa reset. Ethier playing a bit inside of the box. Bit crowding the plate. Here's the 2-0. Ethier will swing. This is put into right field, up in the air, and right fielder Zach Johnson will field it cleanly. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. As Ethier will fall to 0 for 2 on the evening. Then we have Corbin Williams. Williams looking for his first hit in Game 2. He was 2 for 4 in Game 1. You'll have nobody on base with an out. Figueroa winds up. Here's the righty versus lefty matchup. And it's going to be in there. Just missing away for ball 1. So 1-0 count. Figueroa winds up. And this ball's going to be just inside for now a 2-0 count. Figueroa about to work, or just worked his 68th pitch of the evening. Here's the 2-0. Outside, a fastball. And now quickly to Corbin Williams. He doesn't want to throw to him. It's 3-0. As he'll get set. Taking a look at Brandon Husky, the shortstop, playing way to his right. And 4 pitches, 4 balls, and that means a walk for Williams. So Williams will have his 3rd walk of the year, as he'll be aboard first base with an out. It's going to bring up Jared Hahn. And Hahn's having a very nice 2 games, 1 for 3 in Game 1 with 2 RBI. And then tonight, 2 for 2, a single and a double. And double hitting just before the wall in deep right field. And single to right field as well, both singles in right field. Now here's the first pitch to Figueroa. He's beat him twice. Let's see what he can do for a 3rd time. And the first pitch is going to miss for ball 1 outside. So righty versus lefty matchup. And this one going to miss. Now a 2-0 count. There's action in both bullpens right now, and now we will see head coach Matt Johnson come out and talk to Figueroa. We will have a mound visit here as we see catcher Francisco Alvarez come in as well. And didn't motion to the bullpen. going to kind of talk him over and says he's okay, and Matt Johnson will return. So we'll keep things in. Everything will stay the same. Still a 2-0 count.
Speaking of speed.
So 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 is going to be in there for a fastball strike, just catching the bottom part of the plate. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Ball's going to be down low. And now a 3-1 count. So Figueroa maybe losing a bit as we get later on in the game here in the top of the 5th inning. So a 3-1 count, in danger of walking his 2nd straight batter. And it would be to a guy who's pretty used to it, Jared Hahn, who's been walked 8 times already this season. Here's the 3-1. Going to be called a strike. Corbin Williams is safe for his 4th stolen base of the doubleheader. And so with a runner on second base, also want to quickly announce June 21st, Willie Wilson will be at Schaefer Park for the Chillicothe Mudcats versus the Clarinda A's. Game time 7 to 5. Willie Wilson with a book signing. So come on out to the game on June 21st. Meet Willie Wilson and get a copy of his new book, Inside the Park, Running the Base Path of Life. As this ball is going to be chopped to first base side, and in time is going to be Anthony Baez. And so now Corbin Williams will find himself at 3rd base after the steal. So let's catch up the scoring. Or excuse me, that was Hahn rather. So Baez will be up now. And now we will see a mound visit. And this might do it from Figueroa. Still just 1 out in the inning. Now runners at the corners for the Mudcats. And we will have a pitching change here. This is going to take some time for him to trot out from right field. So we'll take a quick break here on Mudcats TV, and when we come back, we will have runners at the corners for Chillicothe here on the top of the 5th. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and on KCHI. Josh Sowers, new pitcher coming in. It's going to be Austin Aspergreen as he'll step in. He's a righty so far this year for the Mustangs in 2 games. He's thrown in 2 2/3 innings, giving up just 1 hit, 3 walks, and does have 4 strikeouts. No ERA for him so far. He is a right sidewinder, really dips low during his pitch. Sporting a beard as well. Really dips low. It's haven't really quite seen. I've seen personally a sidewinder really dip that low during the pitch process. But nevertheless, they'll have runners on the corners. Corbin Williams at 3rd. Jared Hahn at 1st. And we were just talking about Willie Wilson, the book signing on June 21st. You can almost compare Corbin Williams to a young Willie Wilson. Very speedy. Knows how to steal bases, and that's what Willie did quite a bit back in the day for the Royals. So Anthony Baez will step in. Baez is 0 for 2 tonight. He's reached base both times. Both have been on fielder's choices. And with 1 out, a ball to the outfield would most likely bring in Williams. Here's the first pitch. You take a look at it. It's going to miss high from Aspergren. He'll take his time. on the 1-0. Bayes gets set. Righty versus lefty matchup. Ball's going to bounce before home plate. And Jared Hahn will scoot back to first base as Francisco Alvarez motioned over there that he would potentially make a throw. So 2-0 count now. Going to be catching the inside part of the plate for strike one. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, and now we'll see Aspegren throw over to first base. Jared Hahn diving back to the bag. He's safe. Still be a 1-2 count, or 2-1 count, excuse me. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bayes. Mudcats trying to climb back in this one, down 4-1. Here's the 2-1 from Aspegren. Bayes will chop this one right to Aspegren. Gets 2, and the look at 1, and out at 1 for a double play. That would have scored a run, but that's going to do it. Here in the top of the 5th, Aspegren does the job and gets a double play from these Mudcats. 4-1, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. St. Joseph in control. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
Never say never. Always buckle up.
Alright, for our final game, we have Tommy. We're going to
Hey Mudcat fans, Brent Wyatt here from Barnes Baker Motors in Chillicothe. Are you looking for a better way to get to and from Mudcat games? Need more room for the group of people you're hauling to the game? At Barnes Baker Motors, we've got you covered. As a proud sponsor of the Chillicothe Mudcats, we'll make sure that you make it to the game on time, in a safe manner, and in style. Whether you're bringing the whole family, a few friends, or just yourself, we offer an amazing selection of vehicles. You're always a winner with us at Barnes Baker Motors in Chillicothe.
When it comes to getting dinner on the table and making the family happy, we all turn to shortcuts now and then. And my favorite, opening up some refreshing Coca-Cola from my local grocery store and sharing a little happiness all around. With ice-cold Coca-Cola, a great meal can be a snap, and a twist, and a pour. Coca-Cola, open happiness. Trenton Coca-Cola hopes you enjoy the game, the summer weather, and an ice-cold Coca-Cola with your family and friends.
Fiddles.
Back here on KCHI and on Mudcats TV, 4-1 the score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. As the Mudcats trying to take 2 from these Mustangs during the doubleheader. Cody Mars will stay on the mound for the Mustangs, and he'll see a first pitch to Eric Wilcoxon, the leadoff man, as he'll start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch missing inside for ball 1. Mayor's approaching 70 pitches. This will be a 66th, and it's going to fall in there for a strike, a fastball. Mudcats 1 run on 7 hits, 1 error, and they've left 6 aboard. That's what's been the killer in Game 2. Here's the 1-1, swung on over Mayers, fielded by Sugai, and he can't keep his glove on it as it falls past him, and Eric Wilcoxon is going to be on base. And I think we're all going to agree that that is going to be a single. It was a hard-hit ball. Hard hit single towards Ren Sugai, and Mustangs will have a runner on first base with no outs as we begin the bottom of the 5th. That's their 6th hit of the ball game. It's going to bring up Sherburne, the center fielder. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and then reached via error. So righty versus righty matchup. Mars will float one in there, missing outside and low for ball 1. Wilcoxon does have some speed underneath his belt. We'll see if he tests TJ Martin. And Cody Mars not trying to. He'll check first. Wilcoxon gets back in time. So Mars will reset on the mound. 1-0 count at the plate. Zinning, the third baseman, playing a bit up in case the bunt. And now the runner will go. Here's Martin. The tag is made in time. Great throw by TJ Martin. Rinsugai came in, and Martin's throw was on point. Rinsugai caught that ball standing up and basically just had to tap Will Coxon as he went by him. So that'll erase the base runner for the Mustangs. So Will Coxon is out at second, caught stealing. 2-4 play there for the out. It's going to bring up, or keep Sherburne rather. Now it's a 2-0 count at the plate, as the ball was low. So now Mars doesn't have to worry about anybody at first. Here's the 2-0. Swinging at it, fouling it back behind the ballpark. That'll be the first strike to Sherburne. So now a 2-1 count, with one out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Again, only playing 7 innings. 2-1. Curveball in there for a strike. And now a 2-2 count. And swinging and just getting a piece of it, just hitting it on the top of his bat, was Sherburne to keep his at-bat alive as he fouled it back into the backstop. So 2 balls, 2 strikes still. It's a 4-1 lead for the Mustangs over the Mudcats. We're in game 2 of our doubleheader. Check swing, he goes around, strikeout for Cody Mars, and that's going to be out number 2. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and Mike Sherburne takes a long walk back to the dugout. Not too proud of himself. As soon as he went around, he knew it wasn't going to connect because that ball was breaking low. Strike 3 called. And now 2 outs for Joe Corper, the left fielder. Corper 1 for 2. One of those was a huge double, though, towards right center field. And the first pitch is going to be low. Hitting before the plate, be a 1-0 count. So Mars will throw the 1-0. Corper takes a look at it. This one does catch the outside part of the plate, a fastball. 4 strike 1. Mudcats had the bases loaded in the top of the second, weren't able to bring anybody home as they grounded into a double play. And reaching on the 1-1 is Corper, fouling it back to the backstop. Maybe a 1-2 count. Corper will reset. Righty versus righty matchup. And time is called by home plate umpire, as Corper called it. Didn't like how he felt in the batter's box. He'll reset. And now Mars will wind up. Here's the 1-2. Corper again looking at it. As that ball briefly bounced away from TJ Martin. Now a 2-2 count as that ball was low and outside. Two outs in the inning. You're in the bottom of the 5th. This game is for the division lead as the 3-2-2 missing up high. And TJ Martin threw the ball back. Cody Mars simply just missed it. Hope he didn't hurt his hand there. He's kind of shaking it. Seems to be okay. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes at the plate, 2 outs. And here's the payoff pitch, nobody on base. Swinging it is Corper, chopping it, ground ball to Zenigi. Zenigi can't handle it as it popped out of his glove, right out of his breadbasket. E5 officially scored on the play, and the Mustangs keep the inning alive with 2 outs, and they'll have a runner on at first base for Joe Corper. It's going to bring up Zach Johnson, the right fielder. Johnson's 0 for 2 tonight, batting in the cleanup spot. Struck out swinging in his first at bat, and then a ground out in his second at bat. This ball is going to get away from Martin, and easily getting to second base will be Corper. And now the Mustangs trying to make something happen with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Corper to second. Johnson has ball 1 at the plate. So Mars will reset. Couldn't tell you who, if anybody is warming up. Well, we see one guy, but he is shielded by the left center field fence. The bullpen is behind the fence here at Phil Welch Ballpark. 1-0 swung on by Zach Johnson. Swung real gingerly at it. And it'll be a 1-1 count. Again, 2 outs in the inning. Now runner on at second for the Mustangs. They lead 4-1 as Johnson will foul one behind the ballpark. It'll be a 1-2 count. Crowd trying to get something going for the Mustangs. Here's the 1-2. And Johnson will line this one high into left field. It is falling right to Nori Gouger. And that'll end the threat. They'll leave one aboard, but the score will remain the same after 5. Way to the top of the 6th, 4-1 lead for the Mustangs. Mudcats have 6 outs to put together at least 3 runs. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
Fiddlesticks. I can never find a place in town that designs and prints everything I need at a good price.
Have you been under a rock for the last 60 years? What about Community Press? All I do is dream up an idea, they design it, and they do all the work for me. It's easy.
So they print envelopes and business cards?
Community Press can do that.
Brochures, invitations, promo items, flyers for my concert or Spice Girls songs?
What?
Nothing. How do I find them?
They're at 1016 North Washington in Chillicothe, and their phone number is 646-2360. They're even on Facebook and have a website at communitypressinc.com.
The value of local newspapers. Subscribe today to the Chillicothe Constitution Tribune. Your local CT saves you money with valuable manufacturers and local business coupons. The CT looks out for my personal interests with a pulse on the news, information, and local events. It gives me something to talk about, like when I see my daughter's name in print. The CT offers items only in print that I can't find anywhere else. It's all inside the CT. Get yours today and all the value that comes with it. Call the Chillicothe Constitution Tribune, 646-2411.
Head to Legends at the Days Inn for the special all day every weekday. Whether you have lunch or dinner, Legends specials are still only $4.99. On Mondays, add zest to your day with a spicy chicken sandwich marinated in Legends sweet and spicy orange sauce topped with Swiss and bacon. Tuesdays, savor a classic Monte Cristo sandwich. Wednesdays, reward yourself with an open-faced hot beef sandwich, mashed potatoes, and brown gravy. Thursdays, indulge in the Frisco burger topped with Swiss, bacon, and tomato. And on Fridays, dive into a tuna melt with Swiss. It's all at the Days Inn, Chillicothe.
1 inning pitched, giving up just 1 hit and 1 strikeout. Part of the 0 ERA club that the Mustangs are sporting. There's 7 guys a part of that in their pitching staff. So we'll take over here as we enter the top of the 6th inning. Mudcats trailing the Mustangs 4-1. Mudcats open it up with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to Nori Gouger's RBI single that scored Josh Ethier from third base. In the bottom of the 2nd and the bottom of the 3rd, 2 runs were put across by the Mustangs. And that's where we sit so far, scoreless through the past 2 innings. So the top of the 6th, it is going to be Nori Gouger who start things off. Again, he is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single and a flyout. And he will face Pomado. Pomado is a righty. First pitch swinging Gouger, ground ball to the shortstop Brandon Husky, and 6-3 easy play as Gouger will ground out to the shortstop. 1 out in the top of the 6th off 1 pitch from Pomado. I'll bring up Michael Klein. Klein, who joined the team. First game in Game 1 of the doubleheader tonight. Got the save. Came in and pitched. He's hitting tonight. So far, he's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. He'll have nobody on base. Mudcats down 4-1. See if he can be a base runner. First pitch from Pomado is going to be low, and that ball is going to get away from Francisco Alvarez. Nobody on base, so it does not matter. A 1-0 count. I mentioned beautiful ballpark here at Phil Welch Stadium. A lot of fans have come in tonight to watch some Wednesday night baseball here in St. Joseph. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss from Klein. Trying to dig in the dirt for that one. As that'll be strike one. 1-1 count. Forest area in right and center field is the backdrop. Then a recreation center in left field. 1-1. Curveball floating outside. That'll be a 2-1 count. Mono gets set. Righty versus righty matchup. Here's the 2-1. Gonna miss inside. This was a fastball. And now a 3-1 count. And the Mudcats, all they're asking for is a couple base runners here, and anything can happen. They've left 6 aboard tonight, and that has been the killer. They've had a couple double play balls that have really hurt their chances here tonight. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Pomado. That's going to miss outside, and Michael Klein will have his first walk of the season in 3 at-bats, and he will be aboard at first base. So 1 out in a 4-1 game. Mustangs in control. We're in the top of the 6th inning. As that's going to bring up T.J. Martin. Martin 0 for 1 tonight. Walked in his first at-bat and grounded out to the third baseman, Evan McDonald, in his second at-bat. He will take his time, make sure he's stretched properly, make sure the batting box feels right to him, move out any extra dirt, make sure he feels right on his feet, and he will get set. Put the bat above his right shoulder, and now here's the first pitch from Pomado. Martin will take a look at it. The ball's down low, briefly gets away from Francisco Alvarez, but he takes 3 quick running steps to pick it up before it hits the grass and the diamond. Michael Klein unable to move from first base, so he'll stay on at first, as it'll be ball 1 to Martin. Martin, of course, the high school senior this past season, led his team with a .455 batting average at Blue Valley Southwest High School. The 1-0 is in there for a breaking ball strike. It's now a 1-1 count. And again, Chillicothe off tomorrow, will not play. Big swing and a miss, 1-1, as Martin was ripping for it high. And Francisco Alvarez quickly fired to first baseman Josh Cassidy as Michael Klein got back in time. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Next broadcast will be at 7:05 Friday night when the Branson Nationals come to town. They will stay for a 2-game series. They will play again on Saturday at 7:05 as well. So come out to the ballpark. A lot of fun times at Schaefer Park. Good fan experience. Here's the 1-2. And that's a curveball high. Alvarez once again motioning towards first base. This time he does not throw over there. So that'll be a 2 balls, 2 strike count at the plate. Mudcats find themselves down 4-1. We're 1 hour and 35 minutes on the clock here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. 2-2, reaching forward is Martin, and he will go down swinging. First strikeout for John Pomado, as he has come in for relief, and hanging on at first is still going to be Michael Klein. So now 2 outs. That's going to bring up Todd Zenigi. Zenigi, the third baseman. He's had a hot night. He's 2 for 2. Previously put one up the middle. It went through the legs of then pitcher Jeremiah Figueroa. Then singled through the gap and left. And now with the runner on at first base, let's see what the freshman can do. He'll take a check swing at the first one. It'll miss for ball 1. Did not cross the plate. Alvarez, after every pitch, seems to motion over to Josh Cassidy at first base. So 1 ball, no strike. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Ball's down low. And going on it is going to be Klein. The throw is in time. Tagged out by Lucas Powers, the second baseman. Klein trying to get a little something extra as the ball briefly got away from Alvarez. That's going to end the inning. 4-1 your score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs still in control over the Mudcats. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
manufacturing filtration solutions for a cleaner, quieter world. Donaldson Company opened their doors in 1915. Today, Donaldson Company is a worldwide corporation with 11 locations in the United States and in 44 countries around the world. A part of Chillicothe since 1959, Donaldson's filtration products improve performance of equipment around the world. You won't always see them, but you can breathe easier knowing they're everywhere. Good luck, Mudcats, from Donaldson Company of Chillicothe.
Does your deck look faded and worn? Does that fence look a little tired? Visit Pat Thorne Lumber today and check out all of our sickened stains and sealers to revitalize the outdoor experience of your home. Let the professionals at Pat Thorne Lumber help you get the right products for the restoration and protection of your deck or fence. If you're considering the construction of a new deck or fence, we have everything you'll need for that project from start to finish. Pat Thorne Lumber in Chillicothe, where better building begins.
Here for you as the Mudcats still trailing the Mustangs 4-1. We're into the bottom of the 6th inning. Mudcats will have one more chance to bring across 3 more runs, and they're hoping that's all they need to bring across if they want to extend this ball game. So we're at the bottom of the 6th. Mustangs will be coming up to bat, and it looks like we will have a new pitcher on the mound as Cody Mars has left the game. That is going to be, I'm not sure, one of the new guys. I'm not 100% sure who that is. Some of these guys just got their jersey numbers today and it hasn't updated yet. So he will face Brandon Husky, and the first pitch is going to be line down the left field line. It will roll foul. So it will be strike one. I can assume it's a couple people, but don't quite want to do that. The 0-1 popped up in the air in shallow right center field. Rin Sugai has a look at it, and he will backtrack to make the grab, as that will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to bring up Josh Cassidy. Cassidy, he's 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and a strikeout, but it was a dropped third strike, but he was tagged out. So now a 1-0 count. One out in the bottom of the 6th, and swinging a bit early is Cassidy. He'll foul one back to right side in foul territory behind the home plate. Be a 1-1 count. Trying to get a chain going. It's 1-1, and that one's going to be down low. Be 2-1 count. Starting to wear out that chant. And the 2-1 swinging at it is Cassidy. And that would be 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this ball is going to be chopped to Todd Zinnigy. He'll make the grab off 2-hopper, throws in the dirt, but Michael Klein hangs on to it for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nice play by Zinnigy, former freshman. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and Mudcats trying to make quick work here. Maybe they can put across 3 in the top of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to Evan McDonald. It's going to be down low. Briefly gets away from Martin, but he'll hang on to it. 1-0 count. Going to be fouled off. Back to the backstop. 1-1 now. Again, Mudcats trailing the Mustangs 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, only playing 7 innings in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Here's the 1-1. And checking his swing as McDonald falls flat. Be a 2-1 count. Fell before the plate. Here's the 2-1. And outside. Now 3-1. To McDonald. 2 out. Nobody on base. And now 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled sharply into the backstop. That moved the count to 3-2 as McDonald is fighting. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's going to get him down. Strike out there for the Mudcats. And we're going to head to the top of the 7th. 3 outs to put 3 runs at least on the board if the Mudcats want to take 2 of 2 tonight against these Mustangs. 4-1 your score after 6. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You're watching us on Mudcats TV and listening to us on KCHI.
684.
Does your deck look faded and worn? Does that fence look a little tired? Visit Pat Thorne Lumber today and check out all of our Sicken stains and sealers to revitalize the outdoor experience of your home. Let the professionals at Pat Thorne Lumber help you get the right products for the restoration and protection of your deck or fence. If you're considering the construction of a new deck or fence, we have everything you'll need for that project from start to finish. Pat Thorne Lumber in Chillicothe, where better building begins.
Is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. This is my Diet Pepsi. I love drinking Diet Pepsi.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to. Now leave. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it. The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Pepsi-Cola Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Chillicothe.
4-1 game. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Mudcats. Zenigi, Sugai, and Ethier, unless we potentially see a pinch hitter that Ty Mitchell decides. But we'll have to wait for that. Taking a look at the now closer for the Mustangs. Ash, in 3 games so far, just 3 innings pitched, giving up 2 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 3 saves. Again, no ERI for him as well. So this is their closer. He's going to come in a 3-run ball game. So again, it's going to be up to these Mudcat hitters if they want to extend it. It's going to be tough. Ian James will trot out to first base. And now here comes Todd Zenigi. Zenigi will return to the plate. He was batting in the top of the 6th inning before Michael Klein was thrown out at second base. Got caught stealing. He had a 2-1 count at the time, but he'll get a new at bat. And he's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. Mudcats are trying to come back. They're down 4-1. They've got 3 outs to do so. We're in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Zenigi is going to be in there for a fastball strike from Ash. So an 0-1 count to Zenigi. Zenigi will once again crowd the plate like he normally does. And here's the 0-1. This ball's going to be down low and in the dirt. 1-1 count. Mudcats have moved to 2-3 in the division, trying not to fall to 2-4. Here's the 1-1. This is going to be chopped. Foul ball. Right down the dirt path that leads from the dugout to home plate. It's now a 1-2 count. St. Joseph fell to 2-3 in game 1 of the doubleheader. So both these teams at 2-3. This is for the division lead. And here's the 1-2. Zenigi swing and a miss, and down goes the third baseman for the Mudcats. First out for Brett Ash. First strikeout. That's Ash's 8th strikeout on the season. He gets Zenigi. Zenigi will fall to 2 for 3 on the night. Still a good night for the third baseman. Now it's Rin Sugai, number 9 man in the order. He's 1 for 2 tonight. A bunt single and then a ground out to second baseman Eric Wilcoxon. Here's the first base, or excuse me, Lucas Powers. And he will foul one back onto the big green hill behind the third base line, behind the dugout. So an 0-1 count. Now to Sugai. Big swing and a miss again from Sugai. So now an 0-2 count. Sugai trying to stay loose. We'll see what we get from Ash here on an 0-2. Here's the windup. Righty versus lefty matchup. He gave him a fastball, and Sugai got a hold of it, but unfortunately that landed on the big green hill, and about 15 little kids go chasing it. So hanging in there, still an 0-2 count. Sugai will check up. Now Ash will wind up. Here's the 0-2. This ball is going to be in the dirt. Broke at the end. And now a 1-2 count. And 1 out in the inning already. Zenigi struck out on Ash. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Sugai goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Ash. Second strikeout of the evening, or the inning rather, for the Mudcats. And down 3 runs. Chillicothe finds themselves having their final out. It's going to be Ethier. Leadoff man. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Walked in his first at bat and then a ground out and a fly out. First pitch swinging. It's going to go foul right in front of Ian Janes for strike 1. That was Ash's 10th pitch of the inning. So far 2 balls and 8 strikes. Pretty good closer. So 1-1 count now. Rin Sugai's fastball that he swung at for strike 3 was 94 miles an hour. Here's the 1-1. Ethier will put this down the right field line, and coming in on it is Johnson. And he can't hang on to it right before the fence comes in on him. Almost had it. So everybody will return to their positions. It's now a 1-2 count for Ethier. Nobody on base for the Mudcats. They're down 4-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Again, only playing 7 innings. So this is it for the Mudcats if they want to keep this inning alive. Trailing by 3. They've had 7 hits tonight. Just haven't been able to put anybody across. Here's the 1-2 from Ash. Ground ball to Lucas Powers at second base. He'll pick it up, make the throw to Josh Cassidy, and that's the ball game here at Phil Welch Stadium. Both teams will split the doubleheader. A 4-1 victory for the Mustangs here in Game 2 at St. Joseph. We'll take a quick break on Mudcats TV, and when we come back, we'll have final stats. We'll wrap things up here from St. Joseph.
Is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. This is my Diet Pepsi. I love drinking Diet Pepsi.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to. Now leave. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it. The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at DietPepsi.com.
Pepsi-Cola Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Chillicothe.
Here from Phil Welch Stadium, both teams splitting. Mudcats winning 4-0 in Game 1, and then Game 2, Mustangs getting revenge, winning 4-1 over the Chillicothe Mudcats. Taking a look at final stats here in Game 2 for the Mudcats. Jared Hahn going 3 for 3, a great night. An extra base hit, 4 total bases, had a double as well. Nori Gouger going 1 for 3. He had an RBI, the lone RBI, and the lone run scored was Josh Ethier. He was 0 for 3 on that, but did have one walk. That's what got him aboard. Taking a look at the pitching, Cody Mars will take the loss, going 5 innings pitched. Giving up 2 earned runs official. He had 4 strikeouts, giving up 6 hits. And he did hit 1 batter. St. Joseph will move to 3-3 in the conference, 6-3 overall, and Chillicothe will fall to 2-4 in the North Division and 3-4 overall. Again, our next broadcast here on Mudcats TV and on KCHI will be Friday night when the Branson Nationals come to Schaefer Park. That game at 7:05. Josh Sowers and everybody here at KCHI and Mudcats TV, we're going to wish everybody a good night, and we'll see you on Friday. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. We'll see you Friday night.
Ensure the nutritional health of your livestock and pets with the best of Millbank Mill's Silver Moon feeds, ground locally. You can buy from 500 pounds to 25 tons with free delivery in pellets or meal, bagged or bulk, whatever is convenient for you. Silver Moon feeds can be delivered within 24 hours or pick it up yourself to earn an extra discount. For 147 years, agriculture has depended on Millbank Mills and Silver Moon feeds. For Silver Moon feeds, call Millbank Mills in Chillicothe, 800-892-2488.
Proud to be a part of Chillicothe, your Walmart Supercenter has the items you need when you need them. A full-service grocery department and general merchandise with automotive, electronic, clothing, sporting goods, crafts, and lawn and garden. Be sure to stop in and shop their full-line bakery and deli departments. Your Chillicothe Walmart Supercenter is open 24 hours a day. Get everything you need in one convenient stop. Shop your Chillicothe Walmart Supercenter. Walmart. Save money, live better.
If a little adventure goes a long way, how far does a lot go? How about Montana or the Caribbean? You can tell us when you get there. If you win the Missouri Lottery's second chance of a lifetime promotion, it could turn any ticket into one of 2 unforgettable adventures. A voyage on your own private yacht with a personal chef, or fishing with a master outdoorsman while a crew films your catch. Now, every ticket lets you enter to win at molottery.com and gives back to education. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Introducing Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
For 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear has been growing with you. Since its beginning in 1962, Midwest product lines have grown to include work gloves, garden gloves and gear, kids gloves and accessories, and much more. In fact, Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made gloves. Midwest Gloves and Gear is also the exclusive provider of Disney and Nickelodeon kids gloves and gear, featuring all your favorite characters. For 50 years and many more, Midwest is growing with you.